Tigs from Tulips, and well done for reading T-Mobile Music. Yeah, I think with touring it's something that you learn how to love it. The boys, well, James and our crew, it's all guys, so enjoyed it right from the beginning, but I found it quite lonely because it's a very male environment, and I just missed having girls around. But a year ago we decided to get a drummer, and we found a girl drummer, and so it's completely changed my experience of touring, because suddenly I've got a little friend, you know, I've got another girl. So yeah, I like touring now. It's good, and especially in the summer. I mean, it's just an amazing way to see the world, basically. Yeah, it happens, and of course you kind of interact with other bands as well, and you end up having friendships with bands, and then you see the same bands at lots of festivals, and yeah, of course you make touring friends. Yeah, you know, when it's a group of, like, with us is 3 of us, and then we have some crew, and then so of course you get bored of each other, and so it's really nice to step into another environment. Because of the job that we have means that you're very insular for some time. You're just in the studio, it's just a few of you, and then you go out into the world, and then you play your songs to people, and you hope that, you know, that's the first time you know whether people like the songs or not. And that's when you bump into all these people, and suddenly you get the opportunity to meet different people every single day. It's cool. It's a good part of the job. We have the perfect partnership. James is a geek, and he likes to be in the studio, and he loves, you know, the detail of producing and working on the tracks, and I find that so boring. That I just like I like playing it live. I like seeing how people react to it. I like performing it. Yeah, it's my favorite part of the job, definitely. I think when you're in the studio, you just think about what you're trying to make. You've got a really good idea of the songs that you've got an idea of how you want them to sound. You've probably spent a long time choosing a producer that you want to work with. So then it just, whatever happens, happens, and it just happens naturally. You would never really go, oh, that sounds a bit too much like that, so don't use it. If it works, then it just works. Simple. And it doesn't matter who you are or what era you're from, you will always be compared to something. It's how people know how to understand what you are. They go, oh, it's a bit like this, and that's fine. It's fine. Unless you get compared to something shit, and then it's shit, basically. Yes, it gives you freedom. On one hand, it gives you freedom. You can do whatever you want. On the other hand, you don't have the same, you know, you don't have the same kind of backing. You know, if you do it without a big label, then it can be a lot harder to get the same amount of press or, you know, the same amount of attention. We just signed to Sony, so we want to release this album in America. You know, we want everybody to hear it, not 20,000 people to buy it. We want 1 million people to buy it and to understand it. So I think I suppose an independent release is the easiest way to have total control, but with the right label, you can get some control anyway. The only way that it's going to be successful is if you make a very honest record that is just something that you really like and you really believe in it. When a record is made that sounds like it's trying to be the exact most modern, current thing and like totally fresh, it just sounds like someone's really trying to create something insincere, something that's a bit fake. I just don't think that works. And you can hear songs like that on the radio that just sound like they are like, someone's gone, well, that's really good. I really like that song, so let's take that bit and let's take that bit and like let's just make it the same, but like a bit better. It's just bollocks. It just doesn't work. You know, it does work sometimes because that's the way music goes, but that doesn't mean it's good music. Yeah, I mean, now obviously it's very popular to want to become famous when I grow up, I want to be famous. Well, I mean, I was born in the 80s and I don't think it was the same then. Like, it was before like X Factor and Pop Idol and stuff like that. I grew up in the countryside, you know, in a village, and I liked singing, but you didn't grow up thinking, when I grow up, I'm going to be a famous singer. Like, that's not an ambition, that's just a dream. You know, I mean, not to be defeatist about it, but it wasn't a realistic thing. And it was only, I did want to write, and I really loved writing, I loved English, and that was really kind of seemed something that was more tangible because I could do it, you know, you don't have to have money, you don't have to have anything to write, you just need a pen and your mind, and I was just writing stuff, and somebody said to me, I know that you can sing and I know that you write, why don't you just try writing a song? And that was the beginning of it all. But yeah, I do still want to write, you know. I still write short stories, I still write poems, I'd like to write a book, you know. It's not always like this. There's a lot of really, really boring bits. Like 9 hours waiting in an airport or flying overnight and feeling like shit for days. I know it sounds quite exciting. It's a good job. I mean, fuck, I'm not complaining. It is a good job. I'd rather be doing that than working in a factory, packing meat or something. But you know, I guess I get to, any job where you get to use your mind and be creative and hang out with your friends it's a great job. Yeah.